Hey everybody, it's Kat. I am thrilled to connect with you, and I'm really excited to share something I've been working on for some time, which is the idea of creating a better way to hold the group conversation in our Journey Path Institute programs. And for many of you, Facebook, and for me too, has been a wonderful resource for so many years. But things have changed over the last few years that have made me more aware of starting to think about where and how to hold the conversation and not make it any more complicated than it needs to be, but to also find a group space that feels safer and maybe a little bit cleaner. The energy on Facebook sometimes gets pretty disruptive. It is absolutely super distracting. And the fact that it's an app, it comes to you and it kind of grabs your attention and pushes you into responding immediately. And I think for our work, we're actually trying to be more conscious and creative in how we spend our time and how we choose to move into a community space, but also not to be so held there, so attached or connected to all of that busyness, all of that energy. I know that each and every one of you have your own opinions and thoughts about social media, but what I've created is our own social media site. What I have created is called an SO, it's a social organization, and it is called Community at Journey Path Institute. It's very simple and it looks just like Facebook. So it's quite familiar. It's really simple to use. It's very clean. It's very much energetically an intended community space. And within that space, you can see along the side in your feed, you're going to see the communities that you're a part of. On the sidebar, you're going to see all of the communities and all of the conversational groups. Some are private, some are open, that are part of Journey Path Institute. So when you go there, and you can set your notifications so you go when you want to based on an email notification that someone has responded to you, or I've sent out an occasional message, or you want to know when people respond in one group versus another. When you choose to come to the community at Journey Path Institute, you can feel the energy of the intentions of this work there. It's a really powerful way to consider what we're doing when we engage the psychospiritual work that is so much a part of the Jungian depth approach, that is so much a part of the Journey Path Institute concept, whether it's a journey experience, whether you're doing mythos journey work or quest path, or you're in an alumni group for facilitator training, or fostering a relationship with the work for a first time and maybe a free master class. There is a place for you here. Some things will be closed to you because you're not part of that group, but some things will be open. So right away, you can go below and join us. The URL is belong.journeypathinstitute.com, because this is intentional community. But I also want you to have choice. I don't want you to feel so drawn or distracted or prodded into coming into the communities. I want you to really choose. That's part of this consciousness movement. Hundreds of years ago, Teilhard de Chardin said, there is an almost sensual longing for the communion with others who have a large vision, the immense fulfillment of the friendship between those engaged in furthering the evolution of consciousness has a quality impossible to describe. And so it's true that you belong. This is your community. This is our community. We are within the depth work and the depth approach to our creative process, furthering the evolution of consciousness. We begin inside the self and allow our insights and our healing and our expansion to ripple out and impact others and impact the world just by our own connection and dedication to transformation. So I have a sense that you already feel that you're already connected to that deep philosophical stance that is held here within the Institute. And I want to create a safer place, a place that feels like it is welcoming and resonant, that there's a vibration of the work that we're doing here that can be held and not pull in lots of directions or feel like you're pulled out of center. Some of you already feel that about social media in general. This is going to feel a lot cleaner, and you're going to feel like, oh, it's familiar. I can see exactly in my feed. It's just Journey Path Institute conversations. It's just a new quote. It's just a new idea. It's just an invitation to something that I already know I love, so I can choose yes, no, or maybe. This is going to be exciting. I'd love to hear your feedback. I can't wait to begin. This is perfect timing because there's a free masterclass next week. So it's a really wonderful time to invite you in. And we have already started to set the stage with several groups coming in, inviting group by group. So I'm transferring us over slowly. There will be a transition point at which the Gathering Wisdom in Facebook will be archived, and I'm going to allow us a few cycles of offerings to come over into conversation here at Community at Journey Path Institute. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy. And this is the first of a few changes that are coming that I'm excited to share about over the next week or two.